Peace and Black Power family. Thanks for joining you. My name is Brother Agyei Tyehimba. If you are looking to make your community organizing and activism more effective, if you're looking to develop more strategic thinking as you create community projects and initiatives, you come to the right place here at Black Liberation University. Don't forget to click the subscribe button, click the notification bell, and to comment on, like, and share the video.
Peace and Black Power family, Harlem educator, author, and activist, the Black Liberation Coach, Brother Agyei Tyehimba. You know I'm filming live on location in that wonderful historical and political village of Harlem, New York family. You know I got to start y'all with the greeting words of peace, Black Power, Wukusu, and free the land, family. Free the land. Malcolm told us that revolution is always centered around the question of land. Who owns the land? How are we using the land? Who owns the means of production? Right? All of these questions. Family, I'm so happy to be able to be breathing, to be speaking to you today. Life is something, a precious gift we cannot take for granted. Now, I do want to do some quick housekeeping. I want to tell you, family, it's a big deal coming up later tonight that fortunately, I will be a part of. And I want to show that to you. This graphic is small, but what it's basically telling people is that Brother Malik Zuli Shabazz, Esquire, an attorney, and probably the number one protege of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad for, let's say, the last 13 years of his life, is going to be in Harlem today. He's written his book that is sure to be groundbreaking in the Black Liberation Movement. The Book of Khalid. It's, as you can see, this is a thick book. This brother took quite a few years to put this together. He's going to be right in my neck of the woods in Harlem doing a press conference of sorts. And Black Liberation University, I'll be there covering it. And Sarnetta's going to be there covering it. And probably Boyce Watkins will be there covering it for his platform as well. We hope you all tune in. That'll be at 7 p.m. And I believe that's going to be at Shabazz University. Yeah, Shabazz University. .com, where you can see it live. You can also see it live at 7 p.m. at Black Liberation University. So I want to give that shout out because we need to read, family. We need to know what we're talking about. We need to develop serious critical thinking skills. And we need to pass on intergenerational knowledge to the youth. And we can't do that if we don't read, if we don't have the proper information. Well, family, today I want to talk about something that I think, at least in my humble opinion, is really important. And I try to come from different angles so that no matter who you are, where you're from, what job you work, where you went to school or didn't go to school, your income level, your complexion, if you're light-skinned in it or dark-skinned in it, I try to use references that everyone can relate to on some level. In teaching terms, in the classroom teaching terms, we call that using multiple modalities or different ways, methods of trying to reach, our class, right? So you might have some lessons you draw, some lessons they're singing or poetry, some lessons you watch an excerpt of a TV show or movie, some lessons the kids got to write, all these different means to make sure you cover every student because students learn differently, have different forms of intelligence. Some learn through listening, some learn through seeing things, some learn through kinesthetic things like drawing or exercise, physical things. And so that's what we're trying to do here. And this will be probably pretty short. First, family, stay with me. I'm doing some housekeeping. I'm going to Facebook. I want to make sure that Zuckerberg ain't messing with this broadcast. You feel me? I want to make sure that this broadcast is, in fact, live on Facebook, and I see that it is. Very, very good. I want to make sure that the public can see it. They have a way of setting my my privacy so only friends can see it. Facebook is very slick, fam. You got to watch them. Very good. I see it is live. And now I want to go to YouTube. I want to make sure we live at our YouTube channel. Because again, Facebook does some tricky things. I'm thinking everything's all good, and I turn around and see they're not showing it the way they should. So, family, forgive me. I see that we're there. I see we got a few people watching. Thinking everything's all good, and I turn around. We are good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Now, let me go back. Family, I like to make things so clear that even a complete idiot can get it. I am a scholar. I have been formally trained, yes. I've had the privilege of attending and graduating from some of the white man's best universities. You might say I have $1 million white man's education. But the beauty of this, family, is that I have $1 billion black man and woman's education. That my education that I received in the white man's schools was deeply supplemented, heightened, and reinforced by the education I received right in the streets of Harlem from my jugglers, my babbas, and my nanas, and my family members, and from professors as I went through my journey of life. So this ain't just I'm coming from some what I got in some white college family. Please understand that. I want to be, thank you, Brother Samori. Brother Samori says, he says, I'm clear. He says, I'm loud and clear. Thank you for that, brother. For me, clarity is so important. Simplicity. So I'm an intellectual and a scholar, but I'm not one that's going to be using the $80 words and trying to amaze you with my sophisticated wordplay. The goal of communication is to get a point across. The goal of communication is to get a point across that's understood by those listening, right? Understood clearly with no confusion. And that's what I aim to do. So, family, you might be wondering, what is this brother talking about when he says wise words from boxing referees? And you might be asking, Brother Agyei, did you fall and bump your head? Brother Agyei, you been drinking? What the hell does boxing or boxing referees have to do with black liberation, brother? Right? I'm sitting in front of this band of my organization, Harlem Liberation School. We're on the channel live, Black Liberation University. What does boxing or its referees have to do with either of these things? Well, family, all things are connected. We can make connections between ideas. That's what intelligent, wise people do. You can look at this thing, you can look at that thing, and you can make connections, right? Critically think. So there's something that my father used to tell me. There's something that a brother named Spencer, shout out to Brother Spencer, wherever you are, shout out to the country of Panama, where Brother Spencer was from, that is part of the African diaspora. This is a brother in the street that lived around in my neighborhood that saw me as a young I was kind of muscular for my age. He said, hey, man, you know how to box? And I said, not really. He said, man, I could teach you for free. He said, I live right across the street. I said, okay. And we go up on the roof with the gloves and everything. He taught me how to box straight like that. And I know he was good because there was a brother on the block who was in the Golden Gloves boxing tournament who's supposed to be pretty good. Spencer set up an opportunity for me to box him in the lobby of one of the buildings on the block. And we sparred, and I knocked him on his behind within 2 minutes. So it told me, yeah, this brother's teaching me right, okay? Something that Spencer used to tell me while he's lacing the gloves, he would say these 5 words. My father would tell me these 5 words. My jegnas, in a manner of speaking, would tell me these 5 words. And I would need to share these 5 words with you. And I need to share these words with you, family, because I got a text, an inbox from a brother who I deeply respect, who's a fellow Africana Studies scholar and activist like myself. It says, hey, man, I just want you to know I heard from some credible sources that the white supremacists, the white nationalists, they're going to be using this time as an initiation. They're going to be chasing black people. They're going to be abducting black women. They're going to be taking shots at us. Make sure you're prepared. And this is all I want to say, family. I want to be really clear with this so there's no confusion. Malcolm and the Nation of Islam, Brother Khalid, Brother Farrakhan used to say it very clearly. The white man is the devil. That's how they said it. Then we have people like Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, people like Neely Fuller, who would say that our chief enemy is white supremacy. But whatever way you slice it, what we're getting to here is that black people have a historical enemy that goes back far longer than 500 or 400 years. That goes back millennia. It goes back to the crackers who came to Africa, invaded it, partitioned it, renamed the ancient places, and said, I'm going to take this piece for myself. These so-called European colonial powers. And this is why we got Africans in Senegal speaking pure French. This is why we got Africans that speak pure Arabic on the continent, because they were colonized, family, right? So we have these people as our enemies. They oppose us in every area of human activity. That, I think that should be elementary by now. What this means is that unless something very deeply spiritual or Hollywood movie-ish happens overnight, they're still our enemies. And many of the whites you see walking around here today that are president right now, and all these type of white folk, they're simply the descendants of whites back in the day. That's all. So what it means, family, is your enemy was your enemy then, and he's your enemy now. Certain tactics may change, certain language may change, certain methodology may change because we're in a more sophisticated time, but they're still your enemy. What you expect your enemy to do is work to destroy you. So no new African, black person, Moor, whatever you want to call yourself, should be surprised in the least when you hear that white people might hurt us. White people don't like us. White people might not employ you, no matter what your skill set or knowledge base is. White people are going to move against you. I told you back in 2006, the FBI report showed that these white so-called supremacists and so-called white nationalists had infiltrated police departments all over the country so that they could kill black and brown people and get paid for it and get a salary and get trained to do it and to get away with it. Very intelligent from their point of view. So we should be anticipating all of that. When I led any organization I led, if we were into any type of protest activity, we always took time to think like the enemy. Okay, we're going to do this building takeover. We're going to hold these people hostage in the building. We're going to do this petition drive. If we were the enemy, how would we respond? And we would go through that very meticulously. Why? Because you have to anticipate not just what you're going to do, family. You got to be thinking about how are people going to respond to what you do. How are these white folk that, try to take over the Capitol building, and now there's all this negative press, and now Donald Trump is getting all these fellow crackers who all of a sudden, for their image and for propaganda's sake, they all want to pull away from him and make these real strong public pronouncements, when a lot of them was down with the man from the jump. Now they pulling away because they don't want to sink in his ship, right? All of them are pulling away. The corporations now say, oh, we don't mess with this, and we don't. Yeah, right. Y'all white supremacists too. You just doing the easiest thing. Disassociate yourself publicly. So we still buy your products. So we still support your platforms. We're not stupid, right? Family, you should anticipate a white backlash. No one should have to tell you, black men, be careful. Black women, black girls, be careful. Black seniors, be careful. Black institutions that are doing something for black people, be careful. Nobody should have to tell you that. That should be common political sense. So what is this expression that all boxing referees say to all fighters right before they begin their fight? What do they say? Oh, family, I thought you never asked. I'm going to put it up here. They say, when they telling you you're going to fight clean and we're not going to do this and we're not going to do this, they always say what? Protect yourself at all times. Lord have mercy. Can we break it down quickly? My father said this to me as a young boy coming up in Harlem. Protect yourself at all times. My boxing coach in the hood, Brother Spencer, my Panamanian brother used to say, brother, once you put the gloves on and you spar, protect yourself at all times. All of my jegnas, and Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad was one of them, told me in a variety of different ways, protect yourself at all times. And I share with you, the community, the same message. Protect yourself at all times. What does this mean? At all times, not sometimes. At all times. This also means in all places, in all spaces. You're a university student, protect yourself. How do you protect yourself as a student? You work hard, you get good grades so that they can't kick you out of school talking about you on academic probation. You protect yourself at all times. In the community, how do you protect yourself at all times? You make sure that your people can walk in your community and be safe, right? You make sure that elders are not getting hit on their heads and sexually assaulted or robbed. You make sure that young girls and boys can go to and from school or wherever they're going safely. You make sure that young people have knowledge of self, knowledge of their history, their culture, right? The African cosmology. That's how you protect them. There's so many ways to protect yourself, not just the obvious way. There's many ways to protect yourself. Most of y'all are thinking this way. I know. But you can protect yourself this way. Culture protects you. You don't want your people growing up to be poor, naked, raggedy, and out of doors. Protect them. Teach them a culture. Surround them and immerse them in a culture that teaches cooperative economics, that teaches them that real men and real women take care of their home, that teaches them to be industrious, that teaches them to be innovative and creative, that teaches them to be entrepreneurial. That's how you protect your people. Protect your people at all times. You should all be expecting a major white backlash. Those white folk got embarrassed. Some of them got arrested. I think 2 to 4 of them got killed in that so-called siege of the Capitol. So a lot of them are feeling salty. They're feeling embarrassed. Oh, and don't forget, many of them, like their great-great-grandparents, are salty about the fact that they supposedly lost the Civil War. And they want retribution and revenge. They haven't gotten over that, family. You need to understand what I'm telling you. These people are modern-day Confederate soldiers. They want, when they say make America great again, they're saying make America, let's return America to a day where black people were under our complete control, where we control their bodies, where we control their money, their labor, their ideas, everything. They see black people shining in certain respects. They don't like that. It makes them feel inadequate. Well, that's their problem, but it becomes our problem because they operate along the lines of a man or woman who feels inadequate, insecure. Now they pick it on you. They ignorant. They don't want you to be intelligent. They illiterate. They want you to be illiterate too. You feel me? Family, listen to the boxing refs. Listen to me. If you're within the sound of my voice, just hear me out what I'm saying to you. It's simply saying to protect yourself at all times. At all times. Okay? I see Darmed is repeating. He said, yeah, protect. This is the simplest advice anyone can give an new African black person. Protect yourself and be creative. Think of ways you can protect yourself and your family. Okay? You got a business. You work. Now, you know what Jesus said. He said, give unto Caesar what is Caesar. Give unto God what is God's. So you living in the belly of the beast, you got to pay their taxes. Pay their taxes. Make sure you're protected or they're going to come for you, family. You in some profession, you're supposed to get some type of certification, some type of certificate, some type of paper vindication or validation from them. You don't like the white man, I understand. You working for them, you're working in their colony, in their empire. So yeah, you're going to be working for white folks sometime. So how do you protect yourself? You make sure you have all your paperwork right. You make sure if you're doing this, you get certified. You do what you need to do to protect yourself. And even then, that doesn't mean that people can't still come at you. But you have a responsibility to do everything in your power to protect yourself. Point blank. And if you don't, you can't get mad when people come at you and they're successful. It's very simple. Protect yourself at all times, right? What does this mean? You want your kids to be good, protected, healthy? Teach them how to eat properly. Go cop that book by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, How to Eat to Live. Read it. Read the book Back to Eden. Read Dr. Sebi. Look at Dr. Sebi's YouTube interviews. And teach yourself how to take care of your body, family. Because without this life, we're gone. We can't do anything. That's one way to protect yourself. You know, people have had tracheotomies from smoking all their lives. People have had to have operations. People have died prematurely, family, because of their diets. Protect yourself at all times, African. You know the white man's making artificial food, poisonous food, venomous food for profit because he cares more about money than people. So you take him out the picture. Find new ways to get close to food sources that are organic, that are good for you. Change your dietary habits. Protect yourself. And yes, particularly if you're in an open carry state, I gotta say, Mississippi, Texas, I think Philly, Pennsylvania, and you can openly carry a gun if you got a permit and all that or whatever. Protect yourself physically at all times. You don't like people accosting our girls, our women, our men, our seniors. Guess what? Don't just say it. We should be establishing centers where we're teaching community how to defend themselves, how to protect themselves physically, how to block, how to parry, how to pin somebody's hands down, how to disarm someone of their weapon, how to just render somebody at least temporarily paralyzed so you can get away. You may not want to hurt or kill them. You just want to get them out the way so you can get, go about your business. Those are skills that can be taught. That should be taught. The militias all over the country, it seems like they would be getting books out, traveling, making some CDs, some DVDs, something, some online courses. I don't know, family, but teach the people how to defend themselves. Everybody ain't going to be in your militia, family. But you can teach them basics of how to defend themselves, family. You want to protect our people, make sure they're not ignorant. Teach literacy. Teach our people how to read and write. And not just that, but how to understand what they read and write and how to critically think. Teach them scholarship. We shouldn't have to go to college to learn how to be scholars and intellectuals. Darmed, thank you so much. Anticipated my next piece. You don't want to be broke. You don't want to be in debt all your life. Guess what? Protect your people by teaching them financial literacy, but not just financial literacy. Teach them the science of business. Teach them how to promote and advertise and market. Teach them how to package their goods and services, how to get it out so people know what you have to offer, how to build a skill set and a level of expertise that's marketable, that the people need and want, that you can go out and make a living for yourself and not have to work for the cracker at all. That's a beautiful thing. Protect yourself financially, economically. There's so many ways. You don't want to see your kids come up to know everything about Europe and not a damn thing about Africa and themselves. Protect them. Teach them their culture. Teach them that we have holidays that ain't got a damn thing to do with white folk. Teach them that there was a time when there was not even, when Europeans weren't even on the planet, where their ancestors were running everything. Teach them. Show them. And in this way, family, we echo excellent advice from boxing referees. And I'm going to end on a note. There's no need to prolong the message. It's clear. Family, protect yourself at all times. I've given you several ways to do it, but it's something we need to give serious thought to. And we need to build institutions, philosophy, all of these things, culture, holidays, the whole nine. All these different ways that we can use to protect ourselves. Not sometimes, not in certain places, all the time, in all places, all the time, depending on the place we're talking about. I gotta go, family. Depending on the place we're talking about, then the way you protect yourself, hold on, babe, the way you protect yourself will take on a different expression. So with that said, family, I hope that you're feeling what I'm saying. I hope you will follow the boxing referee's advice. They tell every boxer before they go out and fight. My dad told me, my executives told me, my brother Spence from Panama that first taught me how to fight, how to box, told me, you put these gloves on, brother, protect yourself at all times. Don't get caught out there like, what? And then, bow, you getting popped. Don't get caught out there ignorant and naive. Protect yourself at all times, in all spaces, in all ways. With that said, family, thank you for listening. Peace, Black Power, cool. So you know what I'm going to say. If we protect ourselves at all times, there's no question that we will win. Thank you, family. Peace.